Our Hurricane Matthew coverage continues here at Weather Nation. Thanks for joining me. I'm meteorologist Kylie Miller. Well, lately we've been experiencing some very strong and powerful winds, and winds can do a lot of damage, just like this. We've already seen toppled semi-trucks and strong winds, which can and do leave thousands of customers without power. You see the reds and the greens together like that. That's just bad news for us meteorologists because that's likely favorable for producing a tornado. So we're really going to keep an eye on that. The first pitch, we're looking at temperatures around 67 degrees, dropping ever so slightly for the overnight hours because we will have that cloud cover. It's acting as a blanket, trapping in the heat as much as it can. So we're going to be dealing with mild conditions, but still needing that jacket as you head out. Well, I hope you're basically done wrapping up the presents. And speaking of presents, I'm going to be tracking Santa tonight in the forecast. But where's this system coming from? Well, it's coming in from the high plains. That's why we have widespread winter weather alerts in place. In holiday weekend, we're going to be right where we should be for this time of the year, giving us that lift that we need. It's that lifting mechanism. So we need moisture, lift, and instability in the atmosphere. It's continuing to push its way off towards the east, firing up those rain showers. Well, we're going to need the winter coats out once again, plus the umbrella. Colder air and rain showers are coming our way. I'll track the system in the forecast. To start really talking about the wind chills, and that's more of our feel-like temperatures. So it's really going to feel like tonight we're in the mid-teens. It's going to be a very chilly night. The severe weather that happened on the western side of Michigan, no injuries or fatalities were mentioned with these storms, so that is the good news. We're kicking off Memorial Weekend right, doing some grilling. And once again, that is at the mid to the upper 20s, converting that for those who want it into degrees Celsius. And 9, and with this, throughout these next several days, it's going to be moving into warmer waters, low wind shear. Community doing exactly to help the Louisiana people get back on their feet. Are they bringing food and water? Then we do have this warm front pushing along that moisture from the Great Lakes. So I have a tool right here with me. My mom actually gave me this as a present when I turned 16, got my car, got my license, and this is a multi-purpose tool. There also were videos that got sent in to us that were very calm conditions, and that was actually when Bermuda was in the eye of the storm. So if you're not familiar with the setup of a hurricane, you have the eye, and basically it's just a cone, and it's nice clear skies, calm winds. It doesn't even seem like you are in a hurricane at all, and that's what we did have some people sending us in images like that saying that the storm was over, but it was not over because you still have the backside of that hurricane plowing over Bermuda, and with that basically it was round 2 for the rain as well as those winds. So that these bikers are coming over from all over the world. What are they doing to try to stay cool? And I know hydration is a main thing, but what else are they trying to do? With that tornado warning, this is going to go until 5 o'clock your local time, so we're keeping an eye on this. And with this, we also are dealing with some hail, so you can see that hail core inside that red polygon just towards the north of Elks. Mix and even some of that severe weather. So let's go ahead and get started with your forecast. Thanks for tuning in. I'm meteorologist Kylie Miller. Now, for places including Marquette, Michigan, get ready for some more snow to be falling on down, accumulating out on the ground as well as the roadways. And the best way to maybe get around if you need to for these next couple of days might be by snowmobile. So you might want to get those prepped if you haven't already, just because if you're going to be trying to drive for the overnight hours into your Friday by car, it's not looking like the best. So let's talk about that forecast hour by hour. This low pressure system is going to scoot further up towards the north and towards the east, still picking up some of that rainfall because temperatures are mild for this afternoon. Take a look at some of these. We're sitting at 40 degrees in Minneapolis, 40 for Mason City. Good afternoon to you in Davenport, 53 degrees. And for Detroit, you're going to be sitting at 61 for this afternoon. Now, talking about this significant snow system, it has to come from somewhere. It's coming in from the high plains. So we have widespread winter weather alerts in place. Anything from winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings, watches are also in place. Blizzard warnings. That means we're going to be having sustained winds anywhere from about 35 miles per hour or greater, reduced visibility a quarter mile or less, plus some of that snow coming on down. So how much are we talking about accumulation wise? Well, we could be picking up anywhere from about 12 to 18 inches across the high plains and throughout our area, places including Iowa, Wisconsin, 12 to 15 inches of snowfall, and we could be looking at 8 to 12 throughout the UP of Michigan. Now it's time this system out. So we're going to be dealing with rain as we head through the rest of your Thursday, starting to transition on over to a little bit of that freezing rain. We could have ice accumulating out on the roadways, so it is going to be slick as you head out for your Friday morning. We're also going to be picking up some of that snow as the system continues to move its way further off towards the east. Temperatures for tonight will be cool. We're looking at the teens, 20s, 30s, and some of us will be into the 40s, but with this system, it's going to be packing a punch. We have a warm sector to things, so you need key ingredients for severe weather. You need moisture, lift, and instability. You can check all of those off the list. The atmosphere is prime for severe weather to happen, and this normally does not take place in February. Normally this is a springtime event where we're 25 days away from the first day of spring. Now we're going to be having some spring-like temperatures because we're tapping into the southerly flow. So there's an enhanced risk in place from Detroit down into Toledo, Lexington, and even into Indianapolis. You are included in the enhanced risk. Chicago Metro, you're going to be in that slight risk. So associated with this is going to be possibly an isolated tornado, some strong damaging winds, and we're not going to be ruling out hail. So if you're in one of these colors, you need to stay weather aware for your Friday, just because this system is really packing a punch. Now, temperatures for your Friday afternoon, we're going to be quite chilly throughout Mason City, 32 degrees, Duluth 25, Sault Ste. Marie 29 degrees, but look at Detroit as well as Kalamazoo. We're going to be flirting with 70 degrees, and that's due to that southerly flow. So it is going to be extremely warm in that area, and that's why we do have that enhanced risk in place. So please stay weather aware. If you want to do anything outdoors for these next several days, for Minneapolis, Minnesota, your best day is looking like Sunday, but make sure you bundle up because it will be chilly. High temperatures only in the lower 30s.